Hey peeps, it's Danny Go here today. I hope you're all doing well. Live from Cyrene. Well, not live. I mean it's not live because I have to upload it to YouTube later. But we are on Cyrene. Um, so yeah, that's good. We're on Cyrene. Okay. See if there are any little missions. I think there's a little robot daily I can get off here. So to kind of summarize the week, because my returns were pretty good, I did get a little bit aggressive on Cali. I hunted a bunch of primordial longu, and then I did some big events. I did like 4 big events. I only placed in one of them on Cali, so I got 25 ped. So it's actually a little bit of a disappointing result. But not. I mean, it's a strong competition, but the place, for 25 ped in one of 4 wasn't very good. So I came in, pretty high, like fourth in 2 of them, but fourth doesn't give you anything. So if I come in like third or if I even placed in 2 of them, I would have been okay with it. But um, unfortunately, I just think that that's kind of the thing. If I play 4 events, I'll probably place in 1 on Cali, and it's just not enough. There is one of the events though that has better MUs, so maybe if I just did that one only. Um, um, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, let's just I can show you the switch over. We can I'll just show you my globals. And okay. Um, it's not wanting to switch over. That's weird. Oh, okay. I see what it's doing. Okay, there we go. All right. Um, so yeah, you see the long news, and then I did a lot of the big hunting, and I got a lot of globals. Just wasn't placing. So it was kind of competitive in all of them, except one of them, which wasn't competitive at all. But most of them were competitive, but they just were no cigar. But I don't think it hurt me a whole lot, but it definitely didn't help. But I just didn't keep track with the pace of hunting. Let's go down here, get my pet amount, throw it on the spreadsheet. I already told you it's going to be a loss. I also don't have my pet out, do I? It seems a little low. Yeah, I need to throw my pet in there. See, this is something that you need to do to. Let me switch back to show you because you see my number is too low. So what we got to do in here, because all the pet on the card is not counting. I mean, I know I lost. I know I didn't lose that much. I mean, because I kind of have a sense of where that number should be. Okay, so we got to throw it on there. Refresh the Entropia page now that the pet is an item. It doesn't track pet as an item when it's on the card, so we got to put the pet into your inventory, so it's an inventory item. Now refresh the page. I'm going to go back here. Now that we refresh the page, you can see it's much higher. I mean, not like wildly so, but I mean, it makes a big difference, 300 something, almost 400 ped, closer to 400 ped. We don't want to have 400 ped accounting being off for no reason at all. But yeah, that's That's just an easy way to sync it. Okay, so now that this is just an Excel sheet. This is my PED. This is an MU adjustment for welding wire. This is my MU adjustment for my items. This is MU adjustment for my deeds. MU adjustment for my sweat. You see they don't change a whole lot because they're pretty consistent. I mean, they could fluctuate a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about that over accounting. We're just trying to be approximately good. Close enough. I mean, what color was I making those? Oh, I guess making it that green color. Then I just throw on a little color so I can see what the actual weekly were. I mean, you can see the midweeks too. But yeah, definitely we did sync. This was mostly through Cali. I came to Cyrene. I was also kind of busy during the week, but definitely continued to. I mean, I guess we sort of sunk on Cyrene a little bit, but not a lot. But I also wasn't cycling a lot either. So yeah, I guess it's okay. I'm not gonna worry or anything. But oh, okay. So I come to here to do these little drill bots. Well, let's also do my skills while we're here. Okay, so I just kind of put the skills from the prior weekend as a negative, and then I grab my skills from the game. It's 340783. 340783. So we gained 578 skills. You can just see, I'm dragging that number from the game here. So yeah, I mean, it's what it is. Kind of, made the decision to get a little bit more aggressive. It didn't play out. Probably go back. I did get some ped from a streamer. I'm pretty much. Oh well, I guess one of the streamers now owes me some ped. So I guess I'm not fully paid up there, but yeah, I have less outstanding than I pulled in. But I did get a little bit from Ludius. There's like a little crate hunt here you can do, and then a little dungeon you can do. So I just got 3 ped crates. Like you open those little ped crates, and it gives you ped. Now obviously I didn't collect a whole lot. But I'm up to 13 ped. I didn't do a whole lot for this for the past 2 weeks. But so I just opened them. I got 3 pack. So that was not like a, I mean that's a pretty low result. But you see they have 5 pack crates, 10 pack crates, 1 ped crates, 10 ped crates, and 100 ped crates. So yeah, you can get some pretty huge numbers. I mean, it's weighted, so you get mostly these, but yeah, I got 100 peg crates before. I've got a bunch of 10 peg crates. I've got 1 peg crate, so yeah, these happen. So I'll put a referral link in here if you want to. It's an easy way to make some ped. You get a little dungeon. You can kill mobs to get ped in, or you can do hunting, or you can do like tree cutting, crafting. There are some ways to get ped there. There's like a market you can sell things on. So it's an interesting little mini game that you can make some ped into. Yeah, I'll put that. I'll put my referral link for that. An app misplay. I've got like it's not open to everywhere, but if it's open to where you are, like I've got, I've done that for about 4 months, and I've got about $100. So that's 1,000 ped from it, and I don't even spend that much time. or sometimes when I spend a lot of time, I'm kind of like not, doing it while I do other things. So, some good little sources to make some peds. And also put my referral link for Playpoint Games as well. They got some ways to make some peds. So, doing this little drill bot daily. It's a pretty short one. You get a little token. There's one that's even better. You only do 5, and you get the token, but they're in different places. Makes sense. They don't want you to double them. And this one's not quite as good as I think that one's probably cooldown, but whatever. Um, they're both good. But yeah, I did a lot of taming too. Been trying to. I mean, unfortunately, with the tree cutting, it's just not as easy to do anymore. I mean, I hope they fix it to improve the usability of use, but that does, that it's not as easy to use, when I'm trying to, pump up some looter skills. It's actually pretty impactful, I think, to me. Because one of the things, kind of looking at, how to get to, um, level 60 unlock an animal looter. I mean, obviously skinning is going to be a lot. There's serendipity, butchering, and then but I mean, we'll look at some of the key skills. The tree cutting being harder, that's a pretty huge loss for me, unfortunately. Um, I mean, because looking at those skills, I mean, obviously, skinning's at 5,900. So that's really hard to raise. And butchering is coming along, but it's hard to raise too. Serendipity. It's a general. Yeah, serendipity, is coming along. I mean, those are all, things that you can get a lot of hunting. I mean, the biggest problem is I've been doing a lot of codex into, into the key sort of looter skills that are easily gettable. So you can see my anatomy is at 7,861, perception is at 7,880, dex. It's not a key one, but it's easy to get, and it does something, so I pumped a lot of it. But that one's pretty high too, 7671. So I mean, I can keep getting, obviously, well, some of the ones, alertness is not nearly as high, but it's even there, it's 5,867. So it's gonna be hard to really pump it super much and get a lot of levels out of that. So a lot of it would just come down to a lot of hunting, just for the skinning and stuff. I mean, unfortunately, like, to kind of limit the amount of ped cycle, a lot of tree cutting would be ideal. Like your biology is 2886. I mean, that's, I think, a little higher than some of the other ones because, or well, I guess maybe not, but you can get a little bit taming, zoology, or no, I don't know. I'm not sure which one you get. You get maybe get the zoology taming is 7270. I think that's one of the things also that makes me think the taming is going to be really important, is because with tree cutting being harder, taming is a good source of zoology. I mean, I can get these as some of those rare skills hunting. So I think that to kind of boost these kind of rare skills for hunting, analysis, biology, zoology, it's going to be increasingly important to just kind of hunt the Codex 4 mobs, which have them, and do a lot of taming to kind of remove sort of a need um, for zoology from there. Yeah, I guess that's kind of how I see it. But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, hopefully it'll get fixed, and because I definitely feel like I need, ideally, you know, I was just at the point where I was about to do like a really major tree cutting thing. I mean, obviously I'm not that close, but I feel like proportionally, I really need to up the amount of trees I was doing, just to make it a lot cheaper. But with how hard tree cutting is, or maybe there's a good way to do it. I don't know. I don't really feel like there's a good way to do it at the moment, but maybe I'm wrong. So if somebody knows a good way to do tree cutting, like we can just kind of auto do it and not worry about it. Like, I mean, I don't, I just press what I used to do and just press F, and then it takes you to a tree, and then you press F again and go to another tree. Um, if somebody knows a way for that, feel free to leave a comment. I would actually really appreciate being wrong and knowing the trick to do it. But clearly it's not as easy now. The new UI has made some things not easy. They may be accomplishable if you know how to do it, but um, yeah, share the knowledge if you have it. I would appreciate it. But having fun in the game though. I mean, I'm not too, not too worried about objectives and stuff. Just enjoying the journey. If you don't enjoy the journey, it's not worth getting to the destination if you don't enjoy the journey. So I'm enjoying the journey. I mean, I do like progressing toward the objectives. So it is a little disappointing to me when like the objectives become much more difficult or there are big setbacks. But on the other hand, I think that is something I do enjoy, how challenging EU is. That is sort of you know I guess I just enjoy the challenge, and so that sometimes you face these sort of things. I mean, to me, it's a little bit more artificial, so I don't enjoy it as much because it's challenge based on interface adjustment. Um, so I don't really enjoy that as much because it feels like, okay, you just broke the interface, so and you made it harder for me because you broke the interface. It's not a real challenge in the game. Um, no, I was gonna go to the robot one. I don't know if that other robot one's open. But why don't we just do this? There's a little crafting one here. See if that's open what I've been doing here is I've been trying not like I haven't really wanted to dig in on mining. Um, but yeah, we can craft an Eka dyer. Um, we have the mats. Unfortunately, I gotta hunt tree dragons or something that drops. Cause I think I'm gosh, I got one shot. I guess I'm gonna try it for that daily. You just need one successful. See if I get it. If not, hey, I did it. I think. Yes. Amazing. That's nice. I mean, it feels good. Okay, well. So I probably get like 12 skills here. Yeah, 12.65 skills in weapons manufacturing. Again, I don't have like a real purpose for that, but I mean, I want to be able to jump on opportunities. So, um, like, yeah, I mean, I just do like one craft and I get, 12.6 skills, and I mean, my total in that isn't really high, but I think it's still very significant. Let's see. Oh, is it sort of away points? Okay. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty low. Okay, I mean, I'm at, 558 points. I mean, so, I mean, that's a pretty low total in one way, but another way, I mean, to get even still, I'm just doing one craft. I mean, obviously, it has to be a success, so you could do a bunch of crafts if they're failures, but I think it's still pretty worth doing if you have the mats. And I don't really stuff it. I don't really like that gun. So I'll just like turn those into nanos at some point. Bunch of partials into nanos. So, I've been doing for mining. I haven't wanted to get really, like, especially after my returns have kind of soured a little bit. I haven't really wanted to get deep into mining. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just, because there are 5 little quests where if you get one of those ores, like there's Kensnite, blue crystal, I'm sure there's yellow crystal and some other 2 others. So what I'm doing is once I get 2 of those, I'm done mining. I go back, turn them in, to get those 2 little skill ups. Plus there's like a quest out here on this island. I don't know what it does, but this island seems like it has nice ores. So I'm kind of just doing that. Once I get 2 of those updated, I'm gonna turn it in, kind of just get those quick little skill boosts, try to be just as efficient as possible on skills, not cycle a whole lot. Um, and then call it quits on that, and then go to just do something else. So I'm just trying to play like really. What I'm trying to do right now um, is get as many skills as possible for as little ped cycle as possible. I mean, um, they may not. Well, I mean, the weapons crafting is more like theoretical. It may be important, it may not be, but it's too good to pass by to me. It's too many skills to just pass by for so little ped. Um, I mean, the mining is much more practical. But you can see I'm just getting murdered out here. But it's been the way it's been. It's been a real struggle lately. I do have a lot of theories about that. I'm not sure how much I want to go into it. Well, I'll go into my theory of loot is I think it's sort of well, I do think it is like a shared pool, but I think it's also has a personal element. I think it does try to balance people out. What I think is going on is that based on the available pet in the pool, it does kind of pay people out based on their sort of need. But the problem, obviously, is I think with a lot of the high efficiency weapons, those people are pulling the pet they need first. So people without real high efficiency weapons like me, we don't really get, so there's like an allowable range, and I'm just kind of staying pretty much toward the bottom of my allowable range just because I don't have the efficiency weapons to consistently pull myself back into range. Probably if I have more skills, maybe. It's just a theory. But I'm pretty much, I would say, just kind of range bound in the 7,000s, and so I think the -7,000 ped I got stuck in a tree. This is going very badly, but oh, okay, whatever. But what I think is, the 7,000 is kind of the lower edge of my range. I would suspect, because in the past few years, I don't think anything sort of changed. This was last year. I had a positive point. The year before, I had at least one positive point. Yeah, I had a positive point. I mean, you can see they're barely in the positives, but I have been hitting the positives. So, I mean, if I've slipped, I feel like, especially with Twin, I feel like my MU's been pretty strong. Um, I did really branch out into some kind of lower MU mobs though for Twin, but I felt like the Twin tokens were good enough. In retrospect, that may have been a pretty big mistake, but it's what I did. But what I would say, um, is that, what I'm seeing here, because before my pattern was consistently you go up and you go down, and then right, as Twin really kicked in and just really, I mean, I think it really geared up a lot of the weapons with the Twin tokens. You can see I just fell toward the bottom of my range, and now I'm just like locked in that low, that 7,000. So I think I'm locked in sort of toward the bottom of my range. The game just really doesn't want to let me go down outside of that range, is my theory. Just because that would kind of put my returns in kind of like an extremely bad place. But on the other hand, like I feel like it's kind of like the game has like a minimum, and this is all theoretical. But this is my theory. The game has a minimum, and it won't let me go below the minimum. But on the other hand, actually getting better than the minimum, it does depend on your skills and weapons, which my skills, while they're improving, the weapons in the game have vastly improved, and my weapons haven't improved. So I'm actually now at a significantly bigger disadvantage, um, because, and while there weren't that many 20 weapons, they're owned by most of the biggest ped cycle players in the game. And they probably make up a huge percentage of the ped cycle. Okay, so there I got one of those little guys updating. We're going to get 2 of them to update, and then we're going to okay, I think so the blue updated. So we got 2 of them to update. We'll mine them up and then turn them in. So yeah, my theory is, obviously is that, because those huge pet cycle players probably make up a pretty big amount of the pet cycle in the game. Essentially, they're probably getting of the pet they need to stay at the top of their cycle, the top allowable of their cycle, they're probably there quite a lot. So, you know, but I guess that just kind of means for me it's going to be even more important than the actual skills I have. And just being patient. And that's all theory, and take it for what it is, but that's my theory, and hopefully I have explained it coherently. I'm sorry, my voice may be a little bit weird. Kind of, I've been dealing with some things, still nagging colds and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have questions on my theory, or I mean, if you think it's wrong, that's fine. You could feel free to state your theory in the comments. Or if you have questions about my theory, you could just ask and I can try to explain more if you want to hear it. I probably won't go over it in the future very much, but I just thought I'd go over that since that was something I was thinking about a lot lately. But fundamentally, I think that I'm kind of just practically I'm sketching sort of the bottom edge of my cycle over and over again. Probably rebound a little bit and then sketch the bottom again. So I'm expecting there to be a fairly instead of a big wave pattern, I'm just kind of it's going to be more like a line with a tiny little wave because I'm just bouncing along the bottom of my cycle. Um, Someone did make an interesting comment that I think actually bears a lot of good points. What is Mind Art going to do for the returns for newer players and mid-level players? I mean, in a way, you could say, "Oh, that's very selfish," but their point is that you're making a big update toward Unreal to try to bring in new players. Meanwhile, you've just put in the most powerful weapons in the game, Twen. So now lower and mid-level players are struggling more than ever because essentially what's happening is the pit is all going to the top players more and more so. Meaning after Twen, it's just getting worse and worse for new players to start out. So what are they going to do for new players? I mean, because it may be it's an increasingly difficult game to start out in. Um, and I was feeling pretty good, I mean, as a mid-level player. I was in the positive every once in a while, you know. But a lot of times, like if you go to my spreadsheet, I mean, maybe I wasn't in the positive, but I was like down, 900 ped, you know, a lot of times down 2,000 ped, 3,000 ped, 4,000 ped, you know. Bouncing around. I mean, but that makes a big difference on the ped you have available to play with. I mean, I guess I could put a lot more in the game, but you can see I had a lot of bounce in my cycles. There's a lot of fun getting those big globals, lots of, um, so bouncing around, I was pretty tight. And every once in a while, I get down in that, 5, 6,000 range, but I'd kind of bounce back. But now it's like just tight. I'm in this tight range, -7,000 for months on end. It's not a very exciting gameplay. I mean, I still love the game, but I have to admit, like, it's not an exciting gameplay because your turns are extremely consistent and negative with a few little bounces off. So, uh, and I can only imagine what I'm at. I'm not a huge fish, but I'm a mid-level player who's striving to progress and using my mind to try to get the best MU possible. I feel like I'm doing pretty good getting the best MU I can. But oh yeah, I got this little skill ups. That was nice. Um, so I feel like I've been doing pretty good. And a lot of people have told me I've been doing pretty good. So but yeah, it's hard with the new weapons. I mean, I don't think it fundamentally changes things long term for me. I mean, obviously my numbers just got to improve a lot. I mean, even still, I've got a long way to go with my looters and all my skills. So I don't think it really changes the game fundamentally a lot, but I could imagine for new players starting out it being a very dismal thing. Um, so I do think that that's something that the Mind Arc should consider, especially because I think that, I mean, for everyone, it would be good if new players coming in had a good experience. We need more players in the game. It's just it'd be good for everybody. But it's a sort of a concerning thing. I'm not sure what they could do about that, but um, hmm, I have no idea to be real. But yeah, I noticed also, I mean, on the other hand, there's, a lot of kind of from the Planet Partners, a lot of trying to trim back on the little giveaways they do. Um, and that really adds up also for newer players. I mean, the only place that's not really done that is Next Island, but you definitely feel it on a lot of places that they're trimming back the giveaways they do. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Is that, oh, there's a daily here maybe? Or I get a token. So these Cyrene tokens, you can use them for crafting, or they have pretty decent MU. They're like 800%. So I mean they're only one peck, but you know it's 800% MU. Some of them give multiple. The ones I'm just accepted. Oh no, he's the wrong guy. Okay, this would be the guy who has it, but he's not open. Trying to think if I want to keep going on the video. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of taming. At some point I'll stop. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. One thing that's really cool on Cyrene, there's this hub thing, and there's this mission that people are doing where they have to kill players. And so there's this nice guy. I think there was a girl doing it, but I missed it. I was at work. I got back. People were telling me about it, like, oh, you should go do this because you were doing the other one. I missed hers, but I did the guys. I forget his name. Maybe it's Immortal. I don't know. Maybe I've got something different. I have no idea. I just, there's been a lot going on, and it's like it's just hard to remember things sometimes. It's just, so much going on. But it's been good. My job, they've been a little more tight on raises, but it's been good. I have a job and good health insurance, so I've been happy for that. Oh, for how long I've been on the results, but anyway, I don't think I've been doing anything terribly interesting in game. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. So going over here, get this little quest. But yeah, it's it's just been a lot. Trying to take care of myself and just get in a good health spot, and also do really good at work. Bring a lot of value to the company, and yeah. All right, so we'll do the Penalians. But yeah, so yeah, I get a lot of, I believe it is zoology here, so that really helps, because that's one of those hard to get skills that, um, because tree cutting is a little bit harder. It's going to be increasingly important, actually. This isn't just like, if I get rare pets now, this is actually going to be an incredibly important part of me getting into level 60 animal looter, just because um, the zoology um, analysis, is it analysis, or I think it's analysis. There are two A ones. I always forget which is which. Yeah, analysis is the low one. So zoology, analysis, and biology. Those are three skills I desperately need more of to get to level 60. Because tree cutting is harder, that's a lot harder. But I mean, you can codex them, but they're more rare mobs. But I mean, it's hard to get to those codexes. So if I can take one of them off the table, that can really help a lot. As if I do the rare codexes, and then hopefully, you know, hopefully, hopefully it does get better for tree cutting, or I'll just try to power through as much as I can. But I mean, it's also if I have to power through a little bit, definitely now is not a great time, just 'cause I've been trying to really rest up more. And probably after this video, I'll probably take a, just kind of do some like Penalian sweating, which is kind of semi AFK, because you can AFK for a while till you get the 80 sweat, and then every once in a while change up the mob. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I slept in today. Got like 10 hours of sleep ish, about maybe a little less. Maybe it was like 9, night and a half, but I'm gonna after this video try to get some more sleep or at least a decent nap in. Do the best that I can to take care of myself, you know. But I really enjoy making these videos, so I was like, I don't want to miss that today. And if I don't do it early in the day, I just feel like I'm just not gonna get it done. I'm like, I'm gonna do this, get it done, because it's really meaningful to me and I enjoy doing it. Um, and so I just come in this little cave to it makes it easy so that people don't drag your mob, you don't get in people's way. I know some people like the other area. I mean, I like it too, but it's just a little too chaotic for me. I wish there were less mobs and it was just a little bit less chaotic, you know? But the cave is nice. The mobs are pretty spread out. And there's also auto loot in the cave, and it's a free thing. So I just come in here and I just teleport, so it gets me down. You can run in and then jump. Um, Sometimes I do that, but then you have to swim. So I feel like you don't like even if you just run, jump, swim, you're probably not going to save much time toward teleporting. Probably save a little bit, but if feeling lazy, you know, it's a few extra seconds just to teleport in. But yeah, yeah, I'll show you again. You know, my skills they aren't very high, but they're not like unbelievably. They're not really low either. You know. Um, let's see. Okay, so this is progress. Okay, so I guess that's showing my mining because I that's why I last did. We'll see what it shows on this. So I guess I gained combat sense. I mean, that's not a really very much of a taming one. Okay, so I gained 1.55 animal lore. That was a failed taming attempt. I guess my animal lore is almost 900. But I mean, you can still see, you know, I mean, this says obviously, you know, that's pretty low, but it's not. I think what you're gonna see is I've been doing quite a lot of taming. I'm still kind of, you know, at a fairly lowish level, but my gains are still pretty strong. So this is definitely quite decent on the skills here. But yeah, the biggest thing is going to be that zoology. That's going to be really important to me, I think. But definitely, you know, I think like um, the level 60 animal looter is definitely looking like you know, if I had to put a time frame on it, it's now like 2 or 3 years, probably closer to 3 years now. You know, when I was streaming on Twitch, I was getting quite a lot of income from Twitch. I was giving out pet to players, but I was also getting a lot of pet I was putting into the game to help keep me cycling. Now not having that, I just have to be more fundamental, um, more tight on my cycle, and you know, using a lot of pet sites, apps to get games, or apps to get pet. So it's just going to take a lot longer. Maybe if I could find a good business in game, but the businesses usually tend to be kind of trendy, and then they go on for a little bit and then they kind of collapse. I don't know if I could find something that suits me. But I like to travel, and that doesn't really suit business usually. I don't know. I'm playing around with ideas, but I don't really have anything concrete, and I don't really have the skills to do like pet, my own pet website or something, I don't know. I don't know what options there would be. I mean, I feel like I could maybe like conceptually create a pretty good app game, but then like how, the problems would be like the design, figuring out how to monetize it. I mean, I would need like an easy programmer I could build in because I'm not a coder. There's a lot of obstacles, something like that. And plus, I'd have to be at a place where I was like extremely healthy too, at a lot of time. We'll see, I'm always looking for opportunities. Uh, I really loved Batismo. Sponsorship program was really excellent. I would love to stream again with a program like Batismo, a sponsorship, or if my issues with Twitch could be resolved, I would love to stream that. To get extra pet and give pet out too, sort of synergy between me and the viewers, help me achieve my goals in the game and then help you get pet to achieve your goals. But we'll see. I'm not aware of anything, but if people are ever aware of any new sponsorship programs, that would be. I don't like the Stream Elements ones. There are a lot of players also doing that, and players can only really sign up once, so I don't really want to be getting in on that. I would want something that was like an ad program or something, or like, more like Batismo was. Unfortunately, that did go out of business, so. But if there was something, of that nature and people were aware of it, yeah, let me know. I'd consider streaming just with a niche program like that, and doing lots of pets giveaways and stuff. Or, but we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting quite a lot of skills, so that's been nice. I am probably gonna call it a stream. I want to feel my voice a little strained. So I'm gonna rest it. But I definitely had fun. I'm glad I made the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, I'll put those please like if you made it here, like the video, follow my channel if you haven't, maybe leave a comment. Then I'll put those little links so you can get some ped. It doesn't reduce the ped you get, but yeah, I do get a little like commission. So I'll put that in the comments. So I really appreciate you guys. All right, take care.